time of the week again. Prepare yourself for the surveyors of sauce, the sultans of spaghetti, the whispers in your ears. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the What's Your Spaghetti Policy podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Alex and Jacob.
What you do is you open it and to maximize the impact if it's bad.
So what's in the mail?
I got a little letter here. That one you see
That you already opened it. I'm annoyed that it's already opened.
Why are you gonna open it? So I got a little fan mail. It says Yakub Dillardman. That's a shouts out to like a long time ago, dude. But it's a little Christmas card, right? And it's from Jim and Sarah. Shouts out Jim and Sarah. Like Jim Bot, like the Jim Plum. Like
what the fuck?
He sent it while he was in Florida, dude. This guy really likes me. He thinks I'm really, really cool. Shouts out Jim. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Thank you so much.
Fuck
really
you,
cute.
Jim.
You know what? I say fuck you, Jim, too, because you deserve it. Somebody, Sarah, go out there and fuck Jim. Yeah. So
whatever, dude. I'm blocking him on Discord.
I think you can, but I'm pretty sure I can just reverse it. I don't know. But thank you so much. Yeah, very Merry Christmas to you as well. And he is indeed my favorite Brit, I think. So, yeah. Not I think. It is. It's just my anxiety talking. But anyways, that's all I have for today. So
there we go. He's blocked. I'm no longer speaking to him. That's horseshit.
Wonder how long it's going to take him to...
That's just horseshit. All the
he might not know your
do.
Address. I guess he has to know your address, right?
How would he know yours?
Because
you told him.
Yeah, I told him because he emailed me a CD before. He emailed me a CD. So you got mine. There. Anyways, buddy, how are you doing, dude? How are you now?
I don't know. It's your podcast now, so who gives a shit?
It is indeed my podcast now. So thank you all so much for tuning in to the What's Your Spaghetti Policy podcast featuring Yakub Spaghetti. I am your host, Yakub Spaghetti, here with my co-host now, Alex Ozdog Spaghetti. So anyways, you got anything going on your end of the thing?
No.
All right, and that is today's episode. Thank you guys so much for hopping in here. It would really be funny if we just had a 5-minute episode out there, hilariously. But
let's go, big buddy. Let's go. You think you fucking can wear big pants? Let's go.
I mean, I don't. I guess I could. I could probably wear some bigger pants. Mainly because I don't know. Hold on, I was pulling up the outline. Anyways, okay, so on the agenda for today, I got what's up, how you going? How's it going? That's what I got. That's all I got.
Going.
It's going. Okay, sick. I feel like when we do this, you don't reverberate the same energy that I reverberate to
because
you.
I don't think people appreciate what I fucking do. So let's.
What are you talking about? I appreciate it all the time. Every episode is about how I appreciate you and whatnot. But also every time that I take over the host, there's not that reciprocation where it's the roles are reversed, right?
Because I can't be you.
I know. It's because I'm underappreciated. Nobody appreciate how much I bring to the table and how much
I can't fake ignorance.
I mean, I guess you can't, but at the same time, it's I bring a lot more than just ignorance. It's conversation. It's about asking questions, reactions.
It's I talk a lot. I dominate the conversation a lot.
I mean, you can, yeah, but I think I feel like I do.
I'm not a good
have
support
a tendency.
Role. I got to be main character. I'm not a good support role.
You can be main character all you want. I think it's I've always been. I always abide by a support character. That's what I am. I am not built to be a leader, right?
Yeah, no shit. I
think that's okay.
Hunt with you.
I think that's okay to just be a support character,
Sure.
And that's what I bring. I bring good support.
People should embrace it more in society because you can't have a bunch of alphas. You can't have a bunch of leaders. You can't have a bunch of people lead. It's just.
I would argue everybody just shut the fuck up to begin with.
It's the whole phrase too many chefs in the kitchen, right?
Yeah, but then I guess I guess
somebody's got to eat. Everybody can't cook.
That's fair, but then I never get to eat. You know what I mean? So it's I'm always cooking. I'm out here cooking 24/7, and I never get to eat. When do I get to eat?
It's not literal.
Yeah, but I'm a cooking, like the kids say, like let them cook. That's what I do. I cook. That's what I bring.
I mean, yes, literally, but it's a figurative speech.
No, but I mean like I'm using the slang term for like I cook, like like let him cook. That's the whole Vine, TikTok. What does the kids have? What do we have nowadays? YouTube? I don't even know, man. But
I don't know. I saw something in passing where I guess the Twitter trademark has lapsed or Elon gave it up, and like the people, they're like original Twitter people are trying to get it back and make like an anti-X original old Twitter, and it's just like,
guys, it's done. It's done. Why? Who cares?
I do think that we've I don't know, man, because in the same vein of like bringing shit back all the time, um, it's like I don't know. It's just I guess just like longing for that need of what Twitter used to be versus what it is now. I don't know.
But I mean,
I don't know.
okay. I feel like yes. Is Elon purchasing Twitter a bad thing? Absolutely, it was a bad thing. Yes. I'm speaking like it's gonna happen. No, it happened. Yeah, was it a bad thing? Yes, absolutely. But was Twitter good? I don't know, man. I feel like
Yeah.
maybe we view it through rose-colored glasses.
No, there was a point in time where it was legit.
It's fine. It was just another
No,
social media platform.
No, but it was like instantaneous truth is what it was. Like during like you remember like the Kobe stuff? Like Twitter broke the Kobe stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and it's cool, but
But I mean, it was more reliable than the news at that point.
But I mean, okay.
But
I hate
then
Elon as much as the next guy, but it's like how much of what Twitter is now was it going to be in the future? You know what I mean? Like, yes, he undoubtedly ruined things, but like
Well,
with the projections and like the trajectory and like monetization and
he
like
turned it into an alt-right platform.
yeah, but
It
okay,
wasn't,
and I'm not
but
saying
it
it's not
wasn't
going to
before
turn
that.
into that. It wasn't going to turn into that, but at the same time, it's like they were going to have to do something because they were hemorrhaging money.
Who gives a shit?
And it's like,
just like
so
who
it's,
gives a shit?
I think what I'm trying to say is that I think that here's the path that Twitter was on. Here's the path that Elon brought to it. Did he shit the bed? Yes. But I think that at some point there was going to be a nexus point where they were going to eventually, inevitably, they both were going to end up at that same spot, right? Where it's like
No.
you had to pay for a check mark, or you could pay for a check mark, or
that didn't start. That didn't start until he took over.
I know, but I'm saying it would have inevitably reached there.
I don't think so because it was operating at a loss for 10 fucking years.
Yeah, but it's like eventually,
Who fucking cares?
eventually,
I don't care about
it's
eventually.
going to break. So
No,
I'm just saying. I don't know.
No, I disagree.
I mean, I'm fine with saying that he ruined it. Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
care. I don't care either.
But-
I don't even know if it's true. It's just something that I saw. I was like, again, like,
Wait, which one? Oh, but they're trying to get it. I mean, but the whole point is that like, why, guys? It's over. Like it's done and over
Do
with.
you think-
Like we don't need to get back to like Twitter. We don't need, like it's just get off Twitter to begin with. Get off of what it is now.
I mean, I think that we have reached the point in society where people need to know things, and because you can't trust anything you hear. You're the loudest drinker on earth. I swear to God, it is.
Okay, hold on,
and now you're sitting here chewing ice. I'm about to fucking quit this podcast. Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, honestly, you didn't do it. You put up with it for 336 episodes.
Shit, man. Longer. To be fair,
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we've been hanging out
and more.
Yeah.
I deal with it on a daily basis. I think we've reached a point in society. Like, can there be a point where like we just don't know anything? Yes, sure, but I think we've become so accustomed to knowing and in receiving information. Because like I just think about the things that I'm interested in. Like, let's just take all of my interests and let's put them in this little bucket over here. It would be hard to go back to what it was 20 years ago in the early internet, trying to figure out what like I just the sense of discovery is we talk about it all the time. There's so much stuff that I feel like you almost have to be informed in order to help sway you in a direction. Because if you just imagine if you didn't know shit about shit and you fucking opened up Netflix, you would never you would like if you had no inkling of anything whatsoever, you would never watch anything. You already
Yeah.
know stuff,
I
and you
already
can't
don't
watch
want.
things.
Yeah, I don't.
Imagine opening up Steam and being like, I got $70 to spend. I don't know what's good.
I mean,
You
I
go
think
to,
I just
go to the
probably
top
just
selling
like,
stuff, and it's all
yeah,
porn games. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. You can turn it off though, but
yeah, but what I'm saying is like we have
maybe there's a
slowly
reason they're
over.
up there, and you got to start exploring porn games, dude. You know?
There's a reason that like over time we've become so accustomed to Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is that feeds us that like slow drip feeds us our things. Not even slow drip. It's like an instantaneous like just everything. It's like, oh well, a new game gets announced. Well, you know immediately when it gets announced. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
That.
Which is you
Yeah.
can whatever, but like you you can't put a genie back in the bottle.
Yeah.
We're here. We know what it's like. You can't go backwards.
Or then again, okay.
You
So
can get
I know
rid of
that.
social media, yes,
I
but
know that
you
you.
benefit by having a bunch of friends who still are in the know of everything else. So you get the easy way out, like you always do.
You say I benefit. I
You
lose the. I lose the.
what have you lost?
What is that? What is that word? I lose the like the charm. What is that word I'm looking for? Like the appeal, the zest of like surprise, right? And so like I'm trying to think of. Anyways, it's like that where I would be watching. I would probably wouldn't be watching the Game Awards honestly, but I have friends. But at the
Yeah,
same
you would.
time, it's like
Yeah, you would.
you guys always know what's coming, so it's like
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that
it
because
feels
that's
I don't know
coming.
because I hate
That's
that. But I also think
you
that
hate
not
what?
I hate that not that you guys know it, but that the people know it, right? Because I get that there's a lot of people involved and shit like that. Like it's like hard to keep secrets and whatnot, but like it irritates me that you guys, not you guys. I'm talking like in the general sense.
You can say that we
No,
irritate.
no,
You, it's
no, no.
fine.
Because again, I like that you guys know it, and it's cool that you guys know it, and then it's like because I'm inevitably probably gonna miss something anyways, so it's good that you guys are like, yeah, this is gonna be announced, this, blah 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 blah. But it's like the fact that like now that we have this plethora of information, I nobody's surprised by anything anymore because before the Game Awards happen, fucking 2 days before, 6 days before, they've already dropped every single reveal that's going to be in it, and so like now there's like, why the fuck am I tuning in?
Because that's marketing now.
Yeah, it is
Because
stupid.
that's shareholders now. Because they can't just do shit the way they used to. Again, this is what I just said. You can't go back to the way things used to be. You can't go back to hyping up a movie, a year and a half in advance by dropping a trailer and it doesn't come out for a year and a half. You have to drop in a teaser for a countdown for a trailer for a teaser trailer, and then that teaser trailer tells you when the actual trailer is, and then that trailer tells you 2.5 minutes of the entire fucking plot of the movie, and that way before you spend $16 or $18 to go see Supergirl, you need to know exactly what everything is. You need to know all the surprises. You need to know that Lobo's going to be in it. You need to know who she's fighting. You need to know all this shit. You need to, you as in you, because that's the way that the fucking internet has programmed people.
Yeah, I think
But
you're
in
absolutely
terms
right.
of like, but in terms of like us, it's like I cannot fake ignorance, and it wasn't a shot at you. Like I cannot pretend like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
So like when,
I mean,
so
that's to be
like,
fair. It
so
sounds
like
like
here's
I
the thing.
pretend. I don't. I'm not
So
pretending. I just
like,
don't know things.
if like we normally have in our group chat, we normally talk about like the things are getting revealed. So it's either I'm going to give my commentary of like what I already know or this was announced, because like, and it's also like when, like you say, it's like I'll correct Ian and say, hey, this was announced, whatever. It's not me being a dick. It's like this is not a new game. Fact is, this is not a brand new announcement. This was announced at such and such time. Okay, right. And then it's like either I don't participate at all and don't say anything, or you get me because I am who I am and I'm not fucking changing for anybody. And I
Yeah,
don't if and it's like if you guys are like, hey, let's just talk about all the positives and the like, let's not over criticize everything. Okay, cool. I'm stepping away. I'm not participating in the conversation
yeah. I
because
mean,
I can
I don't think
because
anybody's
I
expecting like
no,
at
no.
least not
I'm
any of our
just
group
saying
chat, but in like
no. But it's like if you guys are all talking about a thing and it's just like I'm just gonna tell you my feelings about it, and then it's like I don't mean to like shit on it or like be negative or whatever. It's just like, oh, like my problem is that I'm so informed that nothing actually does surprise me.
yeah. And it's like honestly, I feel sad for you at the same time because it's like I feel like a lot of that surprise is
But I
like
haven't been surprised in years.
yeah, But I mean,
But that,
again, I don't mean it like I pity or whatever. It's more like I think.
but I'm
that
also in
a general
places
sense
where
too.
that information gets like handed out.
Yeah,
Like,
get off the
and
internet, dude.
it's
Get off
not
the
that.
fucking
Like,
internet.
I want to know about the new Mortal Kombat before you do because it's my fucking franchise. I want to know before you because I don't want you to tell me about the new game that I should already know about.
I mean, I guess.
It's a me thing. It's a me thing.
I think that
It's a me
definitely
thing.
like that's to me it's just one of those things I think I would just be happy to know about it and it's cool, but at the same
But
time I get it, I guess. Yeah.
but in my weird fandom brain, I should know about it before you. I'm a hardcore fucking fan of game A. I should know about its existence before you, who is not who doesn't give a shit. You
That
know what I
does
mean?
that does sound like a little bit of trauma, right? Not like a big T trauma, but like
It's
little
not trauma, but it's like
where it's like comes
because
from
like
your
here's
past.
something I don't know. I'm 36 years old. And I don't know how to navigate this in a conversation because if somebody tells me something that I already know, they're presenting it to me in good faith, as in like, oh, I know you like this thing, so I'm gonna tell you. But the problem is that like if you know me, like for example, let's say the Jacksonville Jaguars. My dad's very bad at this. For years, he will send me articles about something involving the Jaguars as if I don't already fucking know.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm at a crossroads. I either say, yeah, I saw, which comes off as like dickish, but like I also, it's like a weird subconscious thing that I need you to know that I already knew about it. Like you're not presenting me with new information, even though the reason you
Yeah.
sent it, even though
Again.
the reason you sent it to me as if I didn't already know it. And again, it's like, this is my fucking team. I know about all the ins and outs of this shit. Or I have to pretend like I didn't know, which I just absolutely cannot do. And
Yeah.
give you the satisfaction of giving me new information, even though it's disingenuous because I already knew about it and it's a lie. Even though neither one of those things are important at all.
I mean again, that's where I said like it's funny. I'm
But
laughing because it's like it does sound like a little
it's
bit of a
how I'm
trauma
programmed.
response where it's like I can't allow you to think that you have a one up on me because then that makes me
You want to
like,
know why that is?
look bad.
Because I have spent the majority of my life being right about things and people not listening to me.
Again, that's what I'm saying. It's a little T trauma response, dude. It's like this is therapeutic in a
Yeah.
sense, but yeah, I
And
get it.
do you like when I talk about like I joked about it the other day in the group chat about like it's only going to take you 37 fucking people and some random Joe bro to tell you to do something before you actually do it, even though if you would have just listened to your boy fucking 3 months ago who told you the first time, me, you would have done it. So it's like, and again, I know that it's not you. I know how you need multiple confirmation things.
I don't.
in order for you to do that.
I don't have the brain science
No.
knowledge to know why I'm like this. Okay,
But I do know that that's how you are.
it can be for sure.
Although it oftentimes comes off as like, well, like, okay, like I'm one of your best friends. If I recommend you something, it should be trusted in good faith that I know what I'm fucking talking about. I have proven to you time
Yeah.
and time again, and I've steered you like right every time.
Yeah.
I'm not going to suggest to you something that I know that you're not going to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I suggest it and you're like, "Oh yeah, I'll check it out." And then like you don't, which is fine, your prerogative. No one said there's no obligation there.
Mm-hmm.
But then like somebody else suggests it and you're like, "Dude," woo, 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 woo. And then it takes a third person who like does not know you at all.
Yeah.
And you're like, "I'm going to fucking do it." It comes back as like a smack in my face. Like, who the fuck am I? Why should I fucking tell you anything?
And see, that's why I don't know how to convince you
Even
that
though
it's
I know
not
that's not
you.
I know.
It's that's just a me thing. Like a lot, like how you like to know things and like people to know that you know things. I have this quirk where I can't just like take
But
in something immediately and be like, okay,
I refute that because I feel like is it Chris Melberger? Is that the neat dude guy?
yeah,
If Chris Melberger streamed it,
mm-hmm.
you're gonna take his advice first.
I mean, I think
you don't
it's
need
like
you
me
don't
getting
need me
to see the game as well. Like if it depends on like what.
How
kind
is
of
that any
situation
different
it-
than me telling you to check out the game or sending you a YouTube video of the game or me telling you that it's great? Why is it that like I can give you more information directly to your brain stream as opposed to some guy that you happen to like on Twitch who doesn't know you from fucking Steve Dave? He does know who you are, but do you understand my point?
You know, I don't know the answer to that.
So now you can see why it starts to irritate me
that's the
on
thing.
my
It's like,
end.
again, I go back to the top of it where it's like, I wish there was a way I could convince you that it's not a you thing.
But I wish there was a way that I could convince you that you don't need 3 other people to tell you it's good when I already know that it's good for you.
And hey, I wish that I had that as well, because again, I don't know, man. I do think that it's probably like just something like an ADHD thing. Maybe it's an anxiety thing. Maybe it's just like, I don't know, frontal lobe trauma. I don't know.
But like, if you ever notice in conversations, like if there's ever something that like I get a trigger and I give a big dissertation. I try not to do this anymore because nobody reads them and nobody responds, and then I get irritated because I took all that time and nobody fucking gave me the reaction, any reaction whatsoever. So I try to limit that. But
Yeah.
what?
I'm normally like, the reason I don't respond is because it takes
don't
me
read the
about
chat.
it takes me about a day or two to read it. And then by the time that I would respond, the
Well, between
conversation's
you and
already
Mike,
passed.
it's only fucking me and Ian in there half the time. Tim sometimes.
Well, Tim also lives 5 hours away or something like that. Something crazy. So he's
It's
like
not that far.
he's like on mountain time, right? I don't
He
even
is
know.
on mountain time. That
I
is-
don't know.
that is
It's
correct.
like 3 hours behind. I don't, dude.
It's 2.
There's so many damn time
Okay,
zones.
We are Eastern. Central is an hour.
Yes.
Mountain is 2. Pacific is 3.
Why does it feel like he's so much further? I don't know. It's
Because
like,
he's in Colorado.
Yeah.
Colorado.
which feels like it would be way like California's only like what
If it's-
2 hours away from there. I don't know.
What?
Where's Colorado
hour.
at on a map, man? I don't.
You have a globe.
But then it doesn't have the outline of the states, and I don't know where Colorado. What's Colorado?
About where the probably where the
Denver?
I is on United.
Denver, Colorado.
Hold up the thing. Hold up.
It's
let
like
me see.
right there then. So it's like right there, right there. It's only about like an hour, 8 hour drive, right, to California.
It's a little bit longer than that. I think Vegas to LA was like 8 hours.
So it's like 8
LA
hour
is on the
trip.
coast, close to the coast
Yeah,
of California.
Man.
Anyways, so the whole point of that was what?
it was
What were we
like
talking about?
going into the Game Awards. Like everybody already knows everything's going to be announced. So it's like, what is the point of watching the Game Awards if like
Well,
there's no new reveals?
No, you say knows. People don't know, but they do know because like the companies have all come out and been like, "Hey, we're gonna be there."
Just because they haven't officially said, "Oh, this is coming," and they still, but there's 100 leaks out there that show like the trailers and like this is
dude,
going
I
to be
could-
announced, and like it's
I
the
could
CEO
leak
saying,
Half-Life
"Yeah,
3
dude."
right now. That doesn't mean it's real.
What I mean, like that's like the CEO's out there, like, "Yeah, we're about to drop this trailer for this really dope ass game." So like,
Marketing.
but then like it's
Because because it's instantaneous gratification because that's what marketing is. That's why because your time is more valuable than your money.
I'll say it. I'll be
Your
brave and
views,
say
your
it.
Clicks.
I don't like what capitalism has become. I'll say it, and I don't
Become?
like shareholders. I'll say
I
it.
mean, they have ruined everything.
Yeah, and I hate that this shift in caring about the shareholders over like just actual product and whatnot kind of sucks. So,
Can
yeah.
you tell me? So, like, we just got a Whataburger in town, right? Which I also don't. I had a Whataburger fucking 10 years ago and didn't think it was. I didn't think it was very good. That's just my
They're
personal.
like from
opinion.
Texas, right? Is that a
I
big
also
thing in
don't like
Texas?
In-N-Out. I've had them both. I don't think they're anything special. But we got one in town, and you can like tell me why we got a new one, and they have subsequently closed 5 within a 4-hour radius of here.
I didn't know that they closed 5. I don't know, man.
Because they don't fucking matter.
Well, I don't know.
That you don't want to know why? It's because nobody wants to work in fast food.
I mean, oh, is this like an old man statement where like nobody
Oh,
wants
I
to
don't
work
know.
anymore, or is it like,
No. Do you want to work in fast food?
hey, you give me $20 to $25 an hour,
They're not going to. You're
$30 an hour. Yeah, sure.
Bro,
I'll
you
work in
could
fast
give me
food.
fucking $7,000 an hour to work in a sewage plant, and I probably would.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like it's not a me problem. It's like not that I don't want to work at fast food. It's that fast food doesn't want to
But
pay employees.
Do you? Okay, but like, would you work for fast food at $15 an hour?
No, it's too little, dude.
Okay, there you go. That was my point.
But what I'm
And-
saying is that like
and-
it's not a people problem, right?
I know that
Because people don't want to work for $15
but
an hour.
with the
because
economy doing this, you know,
was that your stranglehold on your nuts? Is that what that was? Is
No.
that choking you to death? Is that what that is doing?
It's constricting, so people are spending less money to eat an overpriced burger, and now you can't pay your employees. Therefore,
They
ergo,
weren't paying
you have
employees to
close.
begin with. I mean, I don't mean to yell about it,
You
but
can
it's
yell
like,
all you want to.
but it's just so
So
stupid.
let's fix it. Let's go back to the original thing here.
Okay.
How do we fix my problem?
Wait, which one was your problem?
Yeah.
Where do we start? Where do we
start? All right, I've gathered you here today.
Okay.
No, so the thing is like how do I how do I participate in the conversation
Mm-hmm.
with information I already know?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Just- we just let it hang, and that's like where the episode ends. It's just like that's so funny. I see.
good.
Okay, so like this is where I think that like my anxiety helps, right? It's because I've had time to think about these kind of situations in which, how do I come across to somebody as like, hey, I read this already, and we were just trying to make polite conversation. So like the way that I would approach it, right? Say, Dad texts you tomorrow. He sends you an article. What's his name? JJ Redick blew out his ankle at a club.
He played for Duke, and he's the head coach of the Lakers.
Who's the guy you have throwing the ball right now?
What?
Trevor Lawrence. There we go. That's
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. I feel like I said, who's the guy I have throwing the ball right now? I felt like it should have been like a pretty easy answer. Was whatever. It's quarterback.
You could have just said quarterback.
Yeah, well, I couldn't think of the word off of the top of my head, so I felt like that came with. Anyways, he texts you tomorrow. He's like, "Yeah, did you see? Here's this article about Trevor Lawrence doing a bunch of blow off of like a stripper or something like that." Okay, you're like, "Whoa, you already read it?" I just be like, "Yeah, I was reading that the other day. It's pretty crazy, right?" That's how I would respond to that.
But how is that any different than it's like, yeah, I saw?
Because the way that I said it comes off as conversational, right? You're like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." Now they have a chance to respond and be like, "Yeah, dude, I can't believe
like,
Trevor will do that." And then,
Can I tell you a secret?
okay, go ahead.
I don't want to have a conversation about
Well, see,
it.
then I think that you didn't give me that information up front
But
first.
it's not that I don't want to have a conversation. In that specific circumstance, it's that I'm being presented with information because the ulterior motive behind the person sending me that information is that he is trying to provide me with information that I don't already fucking know. And as my dad of 35, 36 years and someone who's been a fan of the team for 31 fucking years, you should know automatically that I already know that information. So my response is he should fucking not just send me the article. He should present it in a conversational form, because if you just send me the article with no extracurricular, like anything following it, you're just sending me the article as if I don't know. So my response is, yeah, I saw. Now, if you want to send me the article and be like, man, what do you think about this? I'm sure you already know, but like, what do you think this means for the team? That's the fucking conversation. You're sending me something, and it's not my job to reciprocate it back in a conversation because you've not presented me with a conversation. You've presented me with information that I already knew.
Got you. Okay, my response
I know that's
to
a lot,
that
but
is that shouts out to your dad. Hey, sorry, but also like it's kind of truth. He's older, right? So I don't think that he's gonna do all that. I think that he's just gonna send you the
then you can't expect me to.
I know, but at the same time,
You give the same amount of effort that people give you.
yeah, but at the same time, it's like I feel like your dad, knowing him for a couple of years now, right? Which is not nearly as much of time as you have with him, obviously, right?
You think?
So obviously, like, yeah, I haven't known him for 36 years, okay? But from what I've gathered is that like he's the type to send you an article, and that's his way of initiating conversation, right? It's like that's
Okay,
he's like
then
in
you
his
cannot
head, he's thinking, I've kicked it off. We're gonna have a great conversation now because I've sent him that article. He's gonna respond, and I'm gonna respond back to him.
The
and it's gonna
difference
be a fun time.
between my dad and I, and then like let's say conversations that you and I have through text message. I can send you something and not have any context. And that's the conversation, because that's just how we work. But that is not how he and I work.
Got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like subconsciously because it's my dad, or if it's subconsciously because of just like the years and years of just like animosity on and off and like conversation. And like, it's just, I know how I am perceived by people in my family. I know that how I am perceived by my parents. So I cannot take anything at face value when it is presented to me, even if it's something as meaningless as an article about my football team. You know what I mean?
Because I was about to suggest, what if you just feigned ignorance? But now I understand.
I can't.
Your statement earlier is that you can't feign ignorance, and that makes sense. Because my thing is like in my mind, I've gotten to this point in our like because
You're also
I'm
not
gonna
afraid to be dumb.
yeah, absolutely. I
I
guess like I
I
kind of
pride
pride my
myself.
I
I
pride
pride
myself on
myself
being
on.
dumb as shit, dude. I love
I
it.
pride, but like you embrace it, whereas like I have been fighting this whether it's a real perception or not. It is the perception that I have of people that have the perception of me that I'm a fucking moron, and that's why people don't listen to me, even though I have copious amounts of fucking evidence on the contrary that I am neither an idiot and I do in fact know what I'm talking about.
I
But
think
I'm constantly fucking fighting that all the time with everyone that I'm not a fucking moron,
but it's
whether again
like
it is
do they
perceived or not.
okay, that's what my next question. My follow up question was going to be like, do you think it's just a perceived notion
I
that people
don't.
think you're a moron? Because like in my mind, I don't think you're a moron,
I
right?
correct, but because of the trauma that you said, because I have been fighting that battle my
Yeah,
whole life,
but
to
then
where like the one person who should trust my opinion is you,
me, yeah,
and when
me or
and
like a general you.
you,
Okay,
as in you, like if again going back to the whole like I send you
yeah,
something
yeah, I got you.
and it's just like it should not take multiple avenues of confirmation for you to trust my opinion, even though I know that's not what it
Some
is.
of that is
That
timing too. I just want to clarify that some of that is timing as well, because it's like it's a weird thing where you can send me the same thing, and I wish I could do a study on it, like throughout the day at different points of the day,
Mhm.
and I would be more inclined to be like, oh, let me check this out,
In the
versus like
morning.
in the morning. It could
I
be
joke
like
that you die after 3 o'clock. You don't exist.
I mean, I do like to zone out and just go away at like about
Yeah.
3 or 4 o'clock. Yeah, I
And
tap
then you don't
out
come
of
back around until
views.
4 o'clock in the morning and you're like, I'm just catching up to all your messages you sent me at 10 a.m.
Yeah, and it's the thing is like what am I
And
gonna
that's
do?
fine. That's
But like
fine.
again, it's like one of those things where it's timing. But yeah, like you were saying, like yeah, I don't. I do want like where does this? I mean, not like you thing, right? Where like you're all
Oh,
throughout your
I
life,
understand that.
like where
I'll,
where does it like
I think it's an inferiority complex with my dad because I surpassed him societally and like intellectually in like eighth grade.
but it's just like the
And
growing
I
up
don't mean that in a dickish way. It's just like that's just how it was.
you're growing up like you're saying that like you're growing up like fighting this notion that people think you're a moron or whatever, but it's just like in my mind I don't know where like when you were 7 did you have like a year where you just spent it and you were just like really stupid or something, and like so people have this notion of like you when you were 7, and like so they just extrapolated that out to like you're 20, you obviously have more intelligence than when you were
I don't
7.
know because like
I don't
it goes back to like you can listen to a lot of things on the podcast, a lot of things that we talk about in the group chat, and it's just like we always joke with like I'm ahead of the curve on stuff, like
I think you're
by
a very knowledgeable individual,
but
very
like
like
years
smart
though, and
gentleman.
it's just like I think a lot of times it comes off as like the ramblings of a madman or or just like an
I mean,
absolutely cynical human being, which I am.
yeah.
Both things can be true. I can be both cynical and correct most of the time.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah.
Cynicism led me to that, by the way. It's just like causation to whatever. What is it? Causation to correlation. You
Sure.
know,
Yeah.
prove,
Causation.
yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
got you.
It's like I looked at the like I was talking to my father-in-law the other day, and he was said something. And I'm like, I don't want to be an approachable human being because then I have to talk to people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like it. And I'm also cynical, but like if I'm cynical for a reason
That's another thing too. I'm
because
very
I live in
yeah.
America and I'm 36 years old. Like, how can you not be cynical?
Do you? I mean, do
But
you want to talk to more people? I don't know. I mean, I don't.
it's not that I don't want. It's again, it's
Because I mean,
I,
we have confirmed, confidential. What is the word I'm looking at? Do we have like insider information that like, you are a cheery individual like out in the wild, right? Mike has confirmed that.
oh,
Like you're out
infectious.
there, infectious, kindness. You radiate happiness whenever people are around you. So it's like I don't know.
I mean, do you think so?
I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
I think
Not
it just
whenever you're having a bad day though. Whenever you're having a bad day, like leave you alone. But like, Jags had a
most
bad Jags had a bad day. It's like okay, not
nah,
anymore, not anymore as much.
no,
But
sports don't bother me as much anymore. I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of that attributes to just like again, we've talked about it like ad nauseum. Just like ignorance is nice because you don't get weighted down by the weight of the fucking world, and like you like actively you see, like me, like I see the shit, I see that it's all going to hell in a handbasket, and I can't not see it. Again, I cannot pretend to be ignorant.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I just can't do it, and I think that that leads in
But
to a
even
lot
knowing
of
about it, like, what are you gonna do? You know?
it's again, I think it's your duty and your obligation as a human being to know about what's going on around you. Um, it's not whether or not you can do something about it. It's being aware of what's going on.
Yeah. But I mean,
And
like,
I don't. Again, it's not. I'm not casting you out for like
no, I
not
know.
knowing.
But if I
You
see
know what I
somebody
mean?
with like if I see with somebody with like a cannonball sized hole in their chest, right? I'm not gonna sit there and tell them you're gonna die. I'm gonna be like, nah, you'd be all right, be fine. You know, like you're bleeding out, sure, but like we can get this patched up, dude. Don't even worry about it. You know what I mean? Whereas like other people sitting there like, not looking good for you, buddy. You know, I want to give that guy some hope.
But I think a lot of that too
I don't know if that's
is
good. I
like
don't think that was a good analogy.
it was. It
Yeah.
was. I was moving past it. It's fine.
Got you.
Like I don't want to come off as like this know-it-all, because that is annoying as shit. Right. And
Mhm.
I understand that being cynical and being negative or perceived as negative can come off the wrong way. But again, I've always fought that like being a sunshine pumper doesn't help either. I think you can be a little bit of both in certain circumstances, but like I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird, and I think it truly does boil down to this. Maybe it's an inferiority complex on my part, where like I know that I'm right.
Mhm.
I have said publicly that I like this thing, and then this thing becomes a thing, even though it's like I'm ostracized and like vilified for a thing that I said, even though it comes to fruition 6 months later, and then all of a sudden everybody else sort of follows suit, and it's just like, well, where the fuck were you guys at 6 months ago? Like I said this already, and I get that I'm a nobody and I'm not important, and like we don't have a platform or whatever, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I am.
It's again, it's the curse of knowledge.
I
It's
don't know
the
the
burden. It's
psychology. I don't know the
no, it's the
psychology
burden of
behind it.
knowing.
Yeah.
It's literally the burden of knowing, and I do think that that does. I don't think it always ruins things, because I do think that in all honesty, the in doing my own comic book and doing it twice, I have a much deeper appreciation for comic books in general, and just the art form. And like I've always loved comics, but like to me, but when I was just a consumer, it was like, okay, whatever, like this is dog shit, like whatever. But like now it's like, like my perception has changed slightly, because it's like I'm in the mud, but like it's also not your responsibility as a consumer to be in the mud. Like if you're presented with a thing and you don't like it, I don't really necessarily think you have to justify why you don't like something.
Yeah, I don't think so
I mean,
either.
I don't like when we are having conversations. If I'm like, "Oh, what did you think about this?" and you're like, "I didn't really like it." Obviously, I want more out of you because you're my friend. But like, if someone's just like, "Ah, it wasn't my thing," like, that's good enough reason. Like, you don't have to fucking write a dissertation on why you didn't like something.
Hmm.
If you just say, "Well," now, because then you get into a whole nother thing. I was like, "Well, I don't. Women shouldn't be lead in video games. You shouldn't have to play as a woman. They're only there for sex appeal." And it's like, okay, so like you didn't actually not like the game. You're just like an
Yeah,
incel. And you
you're
don't
like
like
an
notion.
incel. Yeah, that's
But
a.
like, if you want to talk about like why what you didn't like about the story, or like why it didn't resonate, like sure, those are valid. But like, if you're just like an incel and you don't like, you know what I mean? So then you get into a whole other
Yeah,
thing. Again, the internet, just shut it down, get rid of it.
I mean, honestly, that wouldn't be a bad thing
My
necessarily.
I always thought that the fix to Twitter would be like you couldn't, like you could not pay $8 to get a verified account. Only actual verified accounts could tweet, and that you could not comment. Like you could be like a lurker in the sense that like you create an account and you follow a bunch of things, but you can't comment. Comments are disabled all throughout Twitter, and all it is information.
I mean, yeah, but then yeah,
But
yeah,
but as an entity, like let's just say it's IGN. IGN has to go through like a checkpoint system, and they have to, have all their fucking parameters of like what they are, what they represent, what they, what they're going to tweet about. And then like that's what they tweet about. And then, you know what I mean? And it's like, "Oh, well then that's censorship." It's not censorship. It's just that like you get rid of nonsense of people passing shit off as news.
I
You know
don't
what I
know.
mean?
I'll be honest, man. I don't know how to fix it,
You need regulations, I think, in the internet. I think you need regulations on social media. Did you hear what Australia did?
they got rid of like the teens don't get to be on there anymore,
Dude,
right?
dude, yeah, if you're a teenager, you cannot be on any form of social media.
Which is like good, I think, in a sense. I mean, I don't mean to be the boomer, okay? I don't mean to be a boomer right now, okay? Don't, guys, stop yelling at me, okay? Quit throwing eggs at me right now, okay? It is, but it's at the same time, you guys, it needs to start with you guys, right? I say just don't stop at teenagers. Is it like kids too? Is it like you have to be over a certain age to get on there? I think.
I thought it was. I don't know what the actual
I think
age
the age is like
was.
16 is the cutoff or something like that.
Yeah, but even then, there was like some of them were like hard locked and some of them were soft locked. As far as
I'd
like,
argue, why do you need it? Go back to being at the balls and stuff, guys. Come on, like go
I
hang
mean,
out, go do something, be
let me look.
fun. I don't know, dude. Like
Well, it's
it just I
again,
don't mean to be
you
such an old
can't
man
put the
about it.
you can't put the genie back in the bottle.
But what if
Australians know that these things exist.
like,
They had them,
what if
and
you
now
can just
you are rescinding their privilege to do these things, and now so there obviously there's going to be um,
I don't think
ramifications,
I
and there's going to
don't
be pushback.
I think
I'm looking it up right now.
I think the negativity that is sustained by having social media around that has been proven, like with all these uh with all these, oh man, what is the word I'm looking for, predatory
Okay,
with all the predatory shit that they've got going on with,
sure.
as far as like kids and like how they market themselves
I
toward
do.
kids. TikTok is literally an algorithm that's designed to keep you engaged in the platform, and every other company is out there that are following that same exact platform. Everybody has an algorithm now. Like, it's systematically designed to be bad for you so that you keep yourself engaged. And so, like, what does it provide? Social media, it provides nothing. And I think that like the negatives outweigh the positives gained from social media. And so, like, you said that we can't take the genie, like can't put the genie back in the bottle, but I think that you very much so could. But it would just be like getting rid of social media to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, go back to just doing advertising, that boots on the ground advertising, you know? They do billboards again. I don't know, fuck it. But it's like, I don't
But
think that keeping
but
social
all of those
media should be as big of a deal as it is. I think it's just like, get rid of it. There's no reason for it.
Facebook, Instagram, Kick, Reddit, Snapchat, Threads, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Um, you any Okay, hold on. The measure passed a year ago requires technology companies behind the platforms, those I just named, to identify and disable all accounts of Australian users who are under the age of 16. Under the law, failure to take reasonable steps to remove underage users could lead to fines up to 49.5 million Australian dollars, which is about 33 million.
You know what's going to happen though?
But the thing is, they've known this for a year, and so it's like again, they've spent the last year sort of building
Just
this up.
fighting it and saying, no, we're not going to do this. And then, like, instead of actually doing things to like preventive measures to like you know, to be ready when that year comes up, they're going to sit here and bitch about like, oh, we can't do it. You know, whenever in reality, like, they spent the
Well,
last year instead of
it's all because the prime minister is a woman or whatever.
yeah. But at the
I
same
think actually
time,
that's New Zealand.
what's just going to happen is like the same thing that happened with us and like porn sites when we were kids. Like, are you 18? Yeah, I'm 18. Why would I be here if I wasn't 18? And they're gonna click the yes, and it's gonna be
I
good
mean,
to go.
how do you feel about submitting your ID for this?
I think it's disgusting. I think it's honestly like,
so you can't have both.
I mean, that's okay. Wait, what do you mean?
So if you think that you have to have your ID in order to have a Reddit or have a
Yeah,
Twitter or visit porn, but okay, then you can't also be against what they're doing over there because you say, oh, we're just going to put in a different
I think that
like
are they same thing. Like, what do you mean? I don't like.
you're saying you won't do
I
it.
don't care if they get the kids off of the social media, right? Because it's like
But
fine,
you're okay, yeah,
good.
but how?
I mean, like, preventing them from getting it. I don't know,
Hmm.
just giving them a little check-in sheet saying, "Hey, are you 18?" I don't know. That's the thing is, I don't know how do they get to prevent kids from signing up for social media. I have no idea because you could just lie. But at the same time, I don't think putting in your ID, right, is a good way because then it's like, what is
There
that
has
information being
then
used
neither one
for,
of those things are
tracking,
effective.
etc. I mean, you got to figure out another way to do it. You know,
I agree.
I don't know, but I don't think having personally identifiable information in a database stored somewhere where it's definitely not going to be secure
Well, like the
because
majority of shit on the internet anyway is bots, so
yeah, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like it feels very intrusive. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like,
yeah, it is intrusive, but also I don't know. Like I'm all about anonymity and stuff like that, but also like people who say some of the shit they say online should have to be registered to an actual address in the
Yeah,
real world.
I think that like, that's again, it's one of those things where
Because
like yes,
you wouldn't
the
say
good with the
that
bad.
if you weren't hiding behind
Exactly, and in anonymity, yes, a lot of these internet trolls, absolutely.
Say it again. Say it
A
again.
lot of these internet trolls would
No,
be
before that.
anonymity. But I mean, that's the thing, dude. I don't think that saying you have to have an ID to go visit porn sites is like good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same time, don't really care. I mean, I guess do what you want to. Like, I'm not going to put in my information, that's for sure. So, whatever. But I don't know, man. But also, I still think that like getting kids off of social media, it's good for the kids. You know, what are you going to fill that time with? I don't know, buddy. I don't know. Go outside,
again,
touch
I
grass,
think
play video games. I don't care. You know.
I also saw that Discord was not on the list. You can have a Discord.
I guess it's not
you
technically
can't really
registered.
do-
it's like a
you
chat.
can't really
It's more
do-
like
yeah,
I guess it's like a chat room. I guess I don't even know what
Yeah,
the
and
Discord's
again, I think
considered.
that we sort of look at things differently because you and I are
Old.
the last. Well, yes, but we are the last generation that like had a childhood pre-internet.
Yeah,
So like we say, oh, like well, just go out and touch
barely.
grass.
We barely had a childhood pre-internet.
I'm older than you, so yes,
Barely.
by 2 years.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's what I'm saying. Like we had we been born a year later, would have been iPad babies, right? They would have had the internet. I mean, like in a sense, like millennial iPad babies. But it's like the idea, like the internet would have existed at the like almost like and not obviously as prevalent it is today. But
I didn't
like,
have internet in my house until I was in 7th grade.
I think I had it like as like 5th or 6th grade, maybe.
I think
4th
we
or 5th,
might have
maybe.
had dial-up in like 6th grade.
We
and,
had
like,
dial-up very early on, yeah.
And I tried to play like Age of Empires 2 online, and it was just ass. It just didn't work. We had Earthlink dial-up.
We
And
had,
then-
dude, we had fucking, what is that shit? CenturyLink there for a little while. Like we had DS,
Yeah.
whenever we got DSL, it was like CenturyLink and shit
We
like
had
that.
DSL after that. My
Damn,
dad was
dude.
anti-cable. He was like, I'm not doing that shit. I'm going DSL. I'm like, okay. And it sucked too, but it was better than dial-up. But like I remember being in like AIM chat rooms and like all that sort of shit.
I remember
So-
Yahoo chat rooms. Probably the most predatory places that you could probably be as a kid on the internet back then was like chat rooms, right?
Yeah.
A lot of
but
stupid,
again, we
gullible
sort of,
kids.
Well, you were probably super gullible.
Oh, absolutely.
I was not. I've always just had a general distrust of human beings. I don't know where that comes from.
Again, trauma, dude. Probably some trauma in there. I don't know.
Gotta be.
But
But it served me very well though. Like you call it trauma, I call it survival instinct.
what is okay? So what is your 16-year-old Alex, right? In
Dude,
2025, 16-year-old Alex, Australian government just told you can't have social media anymore. Like, what's your argument for like why you should be allowed to have social media? Like, what is social media bringing to the table that is so goddamn important that you need to have it at 16?
My argument would be, why do you need it?
I don't honestly. I would tell you, I'd break down in tears and be like, I don't need it. I don't want to be on it anymore. I want a reason for it to go away. Okay, that would be my argument. But that's because I'm, highly unstable.
But you're also talking about. I'm pretty sure the legal drinking age over there is 18,
Yeah,
and like
which is cool because like
it's 21 here. It's just the
if you
most
could go, if you could sign up to go to
goddamn
war,
so-
you should be
so
allowed
dumb.
to drink, brother.
I don't
you
even
know?
drink it. I just think it's the dumbest thing imaginable.
Me neither. I don't drink anymore either, and it's just still
Like
stupid.
you want to win voters in this country. You want to get all the youth voters. You want to get because
What-
you can vote at 18.
What is what is the argument like for kids needing to be 21 to drink? You know what I mean? Like I don't understand it.
because they made it a law 60 years ago.
So you're telling me 3 years worth of experience is going to keep you from drinking and driving? If
Dude,
that's
if
the
you
reason,
can do hardcore porn at 18, why can't you drink a beer?
by all means, buddy.
You are a legal adult at 18 according to this country.
Yeah, but it's
And
like
yet-
not adult enough to drink though.
bro, or old enough to rent a fucking car.
I say go one way or the other with it. Like if you want you wanted people to drink at 21, okay, no smoking until 21.
Again-
No
Isn't that
no porn
crazy?
until 21.
So like
you know?
so like 18, you're an adult.
Mm-hmm.
You can drive at 16. You can have a credit card at 18. You can do porn. You can do all this shit, but you can't drink alcohol. You can't drink beer, and you can't rent a fucking vehicle.
Yeah.
You
And
can't,
again,
you
like
can't
what-
rent a vehicle.
Again,
You know,
7
insurance.
years of experience.
Insurance.
Okay, but 7 years of
I mean-
experience is going to tell you, oh, then now they can get a car.
To play devil's advocate, I was a much better driver at 25 than I was at 16.
Yeah.
But I was also a better driver at 16 than most people that were 21 because I
just-
wasn't a fucking moron.
I just think it's stupid altogether. But
For insurance purposes, that's all it is, because insurance has this country by the ball sack.
man, and
Like
that's
this right
another.
here. And just pull it.
Yeah.
Pull it.
And it's
Just yank
another.
it.
That is another old man conversation about how like capitalism and corporations and like insurance is just slowly destroying everything.
We didn't talk. We talked about it. We touched on it a little bit with Mike, but then we didn't really get to sort of the crux of it. And I think that a giant portion of it is just the like the milking and the time invested, because we are acutely aware now that like time is the new currency, right? And it's like, why should I invest any of my time into any of this? Because it is inevitably going to be ruined and scooped up and milked to death, to where like can you think of anything in the last 10 years? I can think of several things where like you liked it and there was just so much of it that you like turned heel and you're like, I don't really like this anymore. Not because it got popular, just because it was just like too much. It was just like an oversaturation of the thing.
I mean, like outside of Marvel movies,
There's one.
I mean, I don't.
Game of Thrones. Like, you don't give a shit about the new Game of Thrones.
I think Game of Thrones. Wait, there's a new Game of Thrones. Oh yeah, the fire dragons.
There's another one coming out next year.
It's just
I
with
think
Game
it's
of
the one with
Thrones. I
Jon
think it's
Snow.
one of those things where like it just passed its prime. You know what I mean? Like it's just like
Walking
you had
Dead?
your thing. You had again Walking Dead's another situation where like
It's
you had
over.
your
It's
line.
finally
it's-
over. I believe it is finally over. I saw Norman Reedus tweeted.
But I don't
his,
think I'm
like,
a good
final day.
Ted's case because I'm a believer in that. Like if something's
Okay.
good and just let it run its course. Like you don't need to
Okay.
make it continue to make it. You know what I mean? Like
Counterpoint.
okay,
Elden Ring.
what do you mean? I guess Elden Ring is like again, it's one of those things where you had your moment in the sun. It was great, and then Night Rain
You
came
loved
out.
it, and then you could not give a shit less about Night Ring.
Yeah, because Night Rain's a completely different game, to be fair. But
It's the same fucking game.
it has you say it's the same fucking game, but it's like it has the Elden Ring skin on it, but it's just another battle royale. Like it has different. Obviously different. Like it's not Fortnite, what Fortnite is, but it's just another battle royale. It's like
Does it have Post Melon in it?
no, it doesn't have Post Melon in it, but I don't know what I think that he's fine. I think he's fine, but. I don't know, man. Like I do think that you're right. They do milk things too much nowadays, but
But that's not new.
yeah,
It's always happened. It's always
I guess
happened.
I don't know. I guess they are like
just
90 Friday the 13th movies. There's like Jason
Everything
and
is
Freddy.
just-
They got 100 different movies, right? So it's like yeah,
Because things are fairly or unfairly under a microscope at all times.
Saw's another one.
Stranger Things is one of them.
Again,
think that
another
that-
show that is like just it had its moment in the sun, and now
That
it's like
first season was incredible.
yeah,
And then they took too fucking long to make. What is there? 5 seasons? Took them 10 years.
I guess.
And you've also like, I cannot believe that like it's hard to go back and watch. It's like 11 goes from like an 11-year-old kid to 16 in like one season.
Yeah, I mean, kids grow
because-
up, unfortunately,
Cor-
or
right,
fortunately.
because-
I guess I don't know which one to go there, but
In that terms, yes, but like you lose a lot of like plausible deniability and just like immersion when like this is supposed to be little kids and they're all somehow.
it almost feels like they
adults.
should have had it built into the show that like they were gonna grow up, right?
It was like a
Because
a
like
date
that's like
situation.
Harry Potter is a great example of this, where you know that the kids are gonna grow up, so just have a situation in which they have to grow up, as in they move to the next class, right?
I think Star Wars is another one of those things.
Wait.
Too much.
Oh yeah, oversaturation. Okay, I thought you were talking about kids growing
Oversaturation?
up. Like I don't remember.
no.
I don't know. I don't know
Alright.
much about Star Wars.
No, just the oversaturation, because like when we were kids, when we were growing up, you had the original trilogy, and then like I remember the hype behind Episode 1, Phantom Menace. Like I remember it, and I saw the Phantom Menace in theaters, and I didn't give a
Do you think?
fuck.
Do you think
about
that they
Star
like
Wars.
had the same kind of feeling about Phantom Menace as like we do about things? Like, because in my mind, I've just got done watching
people
episode
hated
what is it, 4, 5, and
episode 1.
6, right? Episode 4, 5, and 6, and like you have this like world that you built with those movies. I don't need you to go back and show me like what happened in the beginning, man. I'm already at the conclusion over here. Don't give me a prequel. I hate prequels, dude. We've already been here. Like I know where it ends up, and it pisses me off because it's like I don't need disposition. You've got there, like you had your chance in 4, 5, and 6 to tell me the disposition. Don't go back and show me.
Prequels are hard when it deals directly with characters that you already know the end to.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But I think that prequels can work when you're dealing with maybe characters or I mean, it's tough. It is. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough to do. As someone
That's
who
like-
is as someone who is writing in my own universe a quasi prequel story
That
to
is-
a character, not different, but it doesn't involve the
yeah.
titular character. Like literally, I mean, spoilers. There is no Jack in my one shot with Timber.
dude, stop doing it. It fucking sucks. I
mean,
hate
people-
prequels, dude. No, yours
I
is
know.
an origin story. Origin stories are different, right?
Mine is answering a question.
Yeah. An
Mine is
origin.
how did this wolf get allied with a bunch of penguins?
Yes. Okay.
Because he's literally the only non-bird.
Now, if that's not a question
Well, not
that
true,
is
not true.
answered in future books, I get it.
He's the only non-prey, I should
But
say.
nonetheless, I still stand by my statement. I hate prequels. They fucking suck.
I'm trying to think of prequels that I honestly I think that Red Dead Redemption 2 is.
I thought it was a sequel, isn't it?
Red Dead Redemption 2 is a prequel.
Oh, yeah,
to
that's right,
Red Dead
okay.
Redemption.
Well, I didn't play Red Dead Redemption 1, so that's probably why I'm not that as upset about it. But
Red Dead Redemption is a vastly superior game in every way. Every way.
I mean, I'll take your word for it, and I trust your word because you are my best friend and you're
it-
very knowledgeable. But I
That is-
personally haven't done it, so I don't know.
That is
But
also my opinion, but it's closer to what old GTA games were, because like Red Dead Redemption 2 is so embedded in realism and like all that stuff, whereas like Red Dead Redemption is a spaghetti western with its weirdness and its like wacky stuff that happened and snake oil salesman-y and like, dude, they put a goddamn Bigfoot in there.
I love all the little knickknacks that you can find and Easter eggs that you can find within Red Dead Redemption 2, though. I think that's fun. I think that's
Yeah,
how
but,
you
like,
do open world games.
There was a long-standing rumor in San Andreas that you could find Bigfoot in the mountains, and it was never confirmed whether or not he was there. But when Red Dead Redemption did their Undead Nightmare, they turned everyone into zombies, and you could hunt the Yeti and the Bigfoot in the game as a direct, and a Chupacabra, by the way.
That's pretty cool.
Like all of them.
That's
So.
pretty cool. And I don't. But the bottom line is like,
I'm trying to think of prequels that like work.
I get like the blood of the Targaryen, the fucking new Game of Thrones show. The reason like it's
That's 3 seasons in, by the way.
yeah, it's a prequel and it's like it's dumb. Like I don't need to.
But there
know
are no
this.
characters in there that are in Game of Thrones.
But
So
it's
I
like
think
it's a lore. It's background lore, and it's like I don't need
Yeah.
that. You've already set that up. Like that's what the whole like we were good. We got this. I don't need to
But-
see it. When you're wasting resources.
But like, what do you do? Because if you create something,
I don't want to try Gemini. Anyways, go ahead.
If you create something as a creator, you want it to take off. You want it to be milked. You want it to be exposed to all these avenues of things. And so, like, you can't. We talked about it with like Matt Denneman. You can't fault him for doing all these things with Dungeon Crawler Carl and all the avenues
don't.
that's opened up.
Because he's fine. He can do that. He's allowed.
But because it's just different motivations. One Piece is the same thing. Like, what are you going to do when they launch a fucking side like manga of some character?
I mean, they do like the movies and stuff like that. Like, I mean, that's fine.
No, I mean like the ongoing series that's going.
yeah, like
they
Oda.
decide-
He sets aside. He's like, I'm gonna do a whole issue on like Sanji.
No, not
or
just
something like
not
that.
just
Like,
an issue, like an entire separate like Battle Beast. Here we go. Battle Beast is a character that's in Invincible. He has his own
Okay,
comic
I, thought
book.
you were talking about, I was like, I don't know Battle Beast, the character in One Piece, but hey, I mean, I also don't know all the characters, but
Fake fan.
I mean, hey, I can only do as much as I can do. You know,
As somebody with ADHD, it is so weird how you don't get hyper fixated on things.
I do. I get hyperfixated on things all the time.
Like
Your definition, like you're thinking of hyperfixation. I think you're correlating that with
ADD?
like retention, and it's
Because like
I can
me,
hyperfixate on things,
or am I doing it? Am I confusing it with autism?
maybe, but I might
Because
have both.
like
Who knows?
because with me, my problem is I can't half-ass anything. If I'm gonna give you my attention, if I'm gonna go all in on you, I'm going all in. I'm gonna know everything there is to know about this particular subject. That's why I know all the Mortal Kombat lore. That's why I know all the fucking Jaguar plays. That's why I
exactly.
know the history of the capitals. That's why I know all this shit because I can't just casually like something.
Yeah, you might be autistic and I might be ADHD. Because like in my brain, that's like what I was talking to you about earlier when I sent you a voice message about art and like how like there's so many directions you can go with like practicing and what you can do with it, etc. That it's like if I was to dedicate the amount of time that you do to completionist of these things and like knowing things about everything that I hyperfixate on, I would die because I can't physically, my brain would explode in my head because there's just so many things that I'm like, that'll be really cool. And then like I'll hyperfixate in it for like a week or two. And if I was to like sit here and dedicate my life to this craft for like the next 6 months to figure everything about it, I would explode.
But again, maybe that again all this sort of wraps back around to that whole point of like I like don't want to be a moron. Like I want to be smart. I want to be I want to be the smartest person in a room, but I don't want to have the arrogance of being the smartest person in the room
But I mean, I would also counterpoint with why?
because I do.
But you don't get anything for it.
I do.
But what? What do you get out of it, though? I mean,
I know.
I don't. I'm not. It sounds
I
like I'm
know.
attacking you. I'm not trying to attack you. Like I'm just.
No.
I'm being genuine. Like,
I'm
I don't-
answering. I'm answering it because I know. I know.
Yes.
Because it is my own personal desire to know, and I
yeah.
want to know.
Yeah. But
I want to know.
Fair.
But here's the thing: if I don't give a shit, I truly don't give a shit, and I don't know anything about it. Like One Piece, I don't fuck. I couldn't. Gun to my head,
know.
I can name one. I could one character.
You never like. You never like ask about my like.
Luffy, right? Luffy, right?
Yeah, it's Luffy. You got it. You crushed it. Yeah.
All right, so that's the, and
Name
I
the
only know
entire
that-
crew. Gun to your head. Name the entire crew right now.
Pull the trigger because I'm dead
Name
as
the
hell.
entire crew is my fucking.
But it's because I have no interest in One Piece.
Yeah.
I'm not shitting on it, but it's like because that's not an inherent interest of mine. But the things that I am interested in, it's like it's 0 to 10. You either get 0 of my interest or you get 10.
I also think head trauma is probably a reason I can't recall a lot of stuff, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, it might be.
But it's my whole thing is that like I love the amount of knowledge that you have. I think you're a very smart individual, but it's also one of those things where I don't want you to feel like you have to know everything, my guy. Like it's okay.
I don't feel like I have to. I just
or even if you do,
genuinely
like
want
it's
to.
okay to just be ignorant about things. You know,
It's not.
it's fine. I do it
It's
all
not.
the time, dude. Trust me. I lose zero sleep about being ignorant about things.
No, that's because you can't sleep because you're too busy worrying about if you left the stove on when you were in 3rd grade.
Yeah. Or if like I locked the doors. I literally had to get out of bed. I was nice and comfy and warm. And it's like, because I wasn't sure if I locked the front door or not. And it's like, I knew in my head I locked it already. But I had to get up and go check because my brain was like, no, this is the one night out of the thousands of nights that you've slept that you left the door unlocked. And it's the one time, and you've done it before. You've had the door, and you've had a panic attack about that before. But it's like, this is the one time out of like the countless times you've left it unlocked that a guy is going to come to your house, break in and murder your entire family, leave you alive so you can live with the guilt. And like, that's what my mind says to me. And it's like, you know what? I could just get up and go check to see if the door's locked. And I did.
I've done that a couple times with a candle because I've been like, we've actually left candles lit all night.
And realistically, what happened? Absolutely nothing. The fire didn't jump out of the candle and like light some shit on fire, right? Like it's like because you're a normal human being who keeps that away, that flame, you keep it away from things like paper towels or whatever. But then also I understand if you were like, yeah, but then in my
well,
head,
there was a house that burned down 3 houses down.
yeah, but that's also because he let the fireplace go and he had gas canisters or something
don't-
like, right next to
we
the
don't-
fireplace. You know,
Well, we don't know exactly what happened. There's
exactly.
theories.
But nonetheless, it's you are the same situation where it's like I can understand if your brain went to the place where it was like, yeah, but this is gonna be the one night that like a wind wafts the house and knocks over the paper towels on top of the candle, and then it lights on fire, and then it rolls into the kitchen and sets my kitchen on
yeah,
fire.
but yours is anxiety. Like
Yeah.
Christina has that too, where like we'll leave the house and she'll be like, garage door shut, garage door shut, garage door shut. Like she has to tell herself 3 times.
That's
for,
OCD,
like,
yeah. That's OCD and anxiety. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Like,
and because I'm like, so what if it's not? Like, it's like if we leave in her car, my car's still there, and it's like, what if it's not shut? She's like, well, Walter's gonna open the door and run away.
Yeah, they see
Like,
now.
no,
I will
he's
say
not.
the one or two therapy sessions that I went to, that was a game that she said that you could play with yourself. Not play with yourself. It's not a game, but it's like that's one of those things you can do to walk yourself through the process and calming yourself down. Is that you just ask yourself, okay, well, what if? What if? Because at the end of the day, what's going to happen is you're going to get to the point where you've exhausted all your options, and they're going to sound so ridiculous that you're just like, fuck it. So Walter opens the door, gets out of like and roams the neighborhood for a couple of while. He kills a couple of dogs in the neighborhood. Okay, cool, right? What are you gonna do to stop it now? You know, like what's
It's more about him running into the road and getting hit with a car.
okay, yeah, that sucks, sure, but again, is that plausible? You know?
Yeah, but then you talk about survivors of guilt.
Yeah, but I mean, at the
So-
same time, okay,
But like,
I don't know.
so I went on a trip over the weekend.
Okay.
It was me and some friends. I was the only male. And
Hell yeah, dude.
But like, we were on this train ride, and it came up to like going to sleep.
Yeah.
And like, somehow you got brought up because it was like, yeah, Jake was
don't
asking
do
me.
that. Don't do that. Don't bring me up in conversation. It makes me feel weird sometimes. But at the same time, it's like
Yeah.
I'm flattered. It's one of those weird things where it's like I'm flattered, but also I know that it's probably some off the wall, batshit dumb conversation about like something I'd be like, how do you think he likes ball paint or something? He's like dropping a bowling ball on himself or what? Yeah.
No, it was everyone was talking about going to sleep, and I'm because like I was asked, what do you think about when you close your eyes and you go to sleep? And I said nothing, and they were like,
Yeah.
what do you mean nothing? I'm
Exactly.
like,
Yeah. I hope they roast
like-
you too because
I was just they didn't get it. They're like, well, don't you have all these things going through your? I was like, I literally closed my eyes, and I joke, and I'm like, I think I have a tinge of narcolepsy because I close my eyes and I fucking go to sleep.
yeah.
That's it. I don't think about anything.
It's still crazy to me that people can do that. That seems so weird.
Apparently, I was the only one in the company that did.
That's what I'm saying. 1 out of 5 people can do that. That's crazy, right? It's
It's 4. It was 4. I was 1 out of 4. Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
That's 20.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. 1 out of 4. Yeah. Okay.
But I wonder if it has to. Well, I was gonna say, I feel like it's more of a female thing. And we were at her company, Christina's company, like work party, and like the 3 men that were there in this, like, because we went to Topgolf, so like in this bay there was like 3 men, and we were all just like drilling the ball, right? Like fucking just like anger, hatred,
Yeah. Testosterone
like,
comes out. You know, you got to
all
be
that.
man.
And then Christina's like, she said something about like all you guys can hit. I'm like, yeah, because we're working through anger. We're all getting it out. And she's like, well, do you think that women don't have it? I was like, I think you just get it out in a different way, as
Yeah.
in you shop.
I mean, I don't know. You know.
And she was like, that's a good point. But I also think, like, with the whole sleeping thing, I think that women are natural worriers. That's probably why they live longer, because they actually worry about shit that's important. Now, I think a lot of shit they worry about is not important, but like,
I mean,
Christina
I
will
worry.
tell you-
I'm not a woman.
well, Christina will tell you that she over worries almost in response to the fact that I don't worry at all. Like, I just don't worry about anything.
I mean, there's definitely times where I don't worry about things, just like especially like when it's necessary that I don't worry about things. I don't
can't
think it's
imagine
healthy.
going to sleep and like just thinking about stuff.
I wish I didn't have to. You know,
I don't get it.
like,
Like,
sleep's gotten better for sure, but it's still.
what
like,
are you thinking about?
I'll text you tonight and tell you. You know,
No,
right before I'm falling
you-
asleep, I'll be like, "This is what I'm thinking
Well,
about right now." Before
Here
I'm
you
falling
go.
asleep.
10 o'clock, my phone goes on D&D, so I don't.
Hell
I
yeah,
won't
do you
see it
playing
till the
D&D on
morning.
that thing? Say, dude.
Do not disturb. I don't get any notifications.
But it's I don't know, man. It's just it could be the day stuff. It could be like something you just read. It could be anxiety things. And then I think about it. I don't know what I think about. Although like it's just like different things. It's just like a plethora of things, and it's whether it's voluntary or involuntary.
When is too early for caroling? I have an answer.
Anytime before December. And-
Anytime before. So you're saying it's okay in December 1st?
Yeah, that's fine. It's December. Like caroling is okay. If it's the month of December, you're allowed to. I wish there was a word that rhymed with December, but like you can carol all you want. If it's December,
November.
if it's the month of December, you can carol. You can carol. That's fine.
I have a hot take.
Okay.
don't fucking carol. Keep it
That
in
is, okay,
church.
yeah, that's fair. Sure, I don't think. I
Do
don't
not
think,
fucking
I don't
come to
think
my neighborhood and sing your bullshit hymns. I don't care. Go
I don't
away.
think it's always necessarily hymns either, is it? Like it's
I don't
just
give
like
a fuck what it is. Don't come to my
carolers.
neighborhood. Don't knock on my door and don't sing me songs. I don't fucking want you.
I also agree with that, but at the same
Go
time, I'm
away.
not going to stop you from doing something you want to do. But I think maybe keep it like consolidated to like a shopping mall or
Yeah.
like a
Church.
public place
Keep
or
it in
like
church.
hell, carol at your church. Just hang outside, carol at your church,
Don't they do
dude.
that every Sunday?
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know what they do in those buildings. They sing sometimes, I guess. I don't sing. It's why are you singing? You know, like why are you singing in church?
The spirit is running through them, dude.
We're doing the whole sermon thing. It's already too fucking long, right? And it's like you're gonna now we gotta sing 6 fucking songs, like and know like the perfect pitch to it, and like I gotta look at these fucking words on the page and like where the notes are and shit like that, and like read music and whatnot. Like that's stupid to me. Just do your thing and say the words, you piece of shit. Come on. God damn, like why are we singing and shit? Like wrap this thing up, dude. That's so stupid to me. I'm very upset about this now. And like why did I have to spend all those childhood times singing in fucking church? It's stupid as
Oh,
hell.
you sang?
I don't remember much, but I know that we had to sing the stupid songs and I was kind of mumbling along with everybody else, but it's like who's got all the fucking time for that shit, dude? Let's wrap this thing up,
did.
dude. I'm trying
You
to play
did. You
video
had time for that.
games. And I was forced to be there, so I didn't. I mean, I guess, yeah, I had time, but it's stupid, dude. It's stupid. Quit singing in church. That's stupid. It's already
about
stupid that you're there, but it's like fucking. Can you knock that off, please? But Carolyn too, yeah. Okay, so yes, did a gentleman go a little bit too far by pointing a gun at 3 girls who were caroling? Yeah, don't point guns at people. At the same time, same other hand, I get it, right?
This was before Thanksgiving, wasn't it?
This was November 22nd. That's too early. Okay? Yes, they were 3 12-year-olds who were like trying
Okay.
to do with their bullshit or whatever, being little kids. Yes, but don't point a gun at them. Don't do that. That's stupid.
I have a question.
Okay.
What's the point in a caroling?
I don't know. Why? Why are you doing it? I feel like this is again, it's 3 kids who got like who were fed an image in their head. And they all got together and they said, let's go caroling because we think we have this. It's going to be awesome. We're going to go to old man Tim's house down the road. I know he's like 70 and he's like very angry all the time. And he's like, but we're going to turn his life around. We're going to go sing at his front door.
Yeah, but don't you think that's a bit arrogant?
Of the girls or the guy?
Just in general to have that sort of like line of thinking and just like people caroling in general. Like you are assuming that people want to hear you sing. You know, you've not asked, you've not
Yeah.
but like it's such an arrogance and like very pompous of people to be like, well, of course people want to hear me sing. Why wouldn't they? Everybody loves this shit. And it's like, no, they don't.
Is it arrogant?
But
Yes,
then,
absolutely.
but then, like someone like me would get vilified because I tell you to go away, or like I don't want this.
Yeah,
or
now
if I'm
suddenly you're
polite-
Scrooge McDuck. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Even though it's like maybe I just don't want to hear your shitty songs.
Yeah.
How did society make me the fucking villain when it's like these people are the fucking villains?
Because society's the fucking problem, dude. Because we live in a society and it's the fucking problem, man. But I do want to reiterate: don't point guns at kids. Don't point guns at anybody, really. At the end of the day, don't point guns at people. At the same time, in the same hand, we're not victim blaming, but at the same time, don't go fucking caroling. Don't do it. Even if you're 12-year-old kids, you're allowed to be kids, but kids shouldn't be like, oh, I want to go sing songs in front of an old man. No, that should not be on the top of your list of things to do on a fucking Saturday night on November 22nd. What was November 22nd? I assume it was a Saturday night.
I don't know.
Let me actually confirm that. Let's say December 22nd.
But
It's
yeah,
a
I
fucking
mean-
Saturday night. What are you doing with your child? God damn it, kids. Go be kids. Get on social media. Go be a kid.
Okay, get
no,
on social
God,
media.
now I just realized this is what they're going to be doing without social media. Get them back on social media. I'm 180 on my stance. They need to be on social media because I don't want them
can't-
showing up at my house fucking singing. That's weird.
I want to know what would happen if somebody showed up to your house.
Not
Well, your
answer the
kids are
door.
gonna.
Not answering the door. I tell the kids, hey, there's a predator out
Let
there.
me just say, There's, like literally the predator. You hear that clicking noise?
I will turn on the TV. I'll play the clicking noise, and they'll be terrified, and they'll go to bed or something. I don't know, dude.
Oh man, I just, I have a sign above my ring doorbell. It says no soliciting. Don't make it weird. And I'm here to tell you that people don't fucking give a shit.
We had to get a giant ass sign that we now have. I will say, I highly recommend it. Getting a giant sign that says no soliciting. Ours in particular says no. All solicitors will be sacrificed to the old gods, nothing new. I think it's a whole
Sure.
Game of Thrones thing or whatever. And we have had 0 solicitors with that thing hanging on the door, and we have literally seen people walk up, read the sign, give a nod, and walk away, and it's outstanding.
I just also think that like, don't.
Yeah. Don't.
I like it's 2025. Almost everyone has a Ring doorbell, and like, I can't believe that like solicitors and telemarketers like are still a thing. I mean, I guess there's still a bunch of old people that fall for that shit.
I mean, unfortunately, there are people who need money who have to do it door to door, and for them, I just,
dude, you can still do the job, but like, just don't ring my doorbell.
yeah.
Like, I got dogs. Dude. It is a nightmare, and like, we've tried to teach Zoe. Like, there was somebody in the neighborhood the other day who was going around, and I saw him, and I'm like, Zoe, this guy's gonna ring the doorbell. Don't say anything. Let the dogs bark. Ignore it. Just like whatever, because people don't read the sign. And she was like, "Well, it says not to do that." I'm like, "Yes, perfect life example."
And
It's
you tell her, yeah, people don't fucking listen. People don't
People-
fucking pay attention, and they want to annoy us.
Yeah.
Our kids know that already. That like, hey, if there's somebody at the door, don't answer it. So.
Well, like, and because like friends will come to the house all the time and like knock on the door.
That's the thing. Our kids don't have any
So-
friends, so
Yeah, well, they take after their dad.